Okay, Namaskaram everyone. Welcome back to the podcast. Today is social dilemma in Sadhana Pada. So, Anna, yes, please. What are we going to talk about?
Yeah. Okay. First of all, you come to this kind of a program. You come here for
Oh,
social.
wait, let me give an intro once more. why the name is because there's this new series on Netflix called Social Dilemma. It talks about how
Yeah.
the social media has been created to keep us addicted to it. And I haven't watched it fully, but that's the gist of it that I got. Just need to complete it. So that is why we are doing this, to just
Yeah.
understand social networking and how we can be more conscious and aware about it. Maybe.
Yeah. Absolutely. See, being in this program, coming here, you're like, oh, I'm going into this place. I'm going to be focused on myself, working on myself. I'm not going to use any social media, and that's what I thought. Like, and that's how it was for a while. And then I got assigned a particular role. So one of my roles is like I have to use social media for different things, particularly like Instagram, for example. And like I have to do research on it. I'll have to like make whatever I have to do. But like with this is the real dilemma. Okay, okay. I'm gonna go do this program, yoga and meditation every day. I'm gonna do volunteering. It's gonna be like, fully inward focus, like this and that. Then they're like, hey, so we need your support with like social media stuff too, and with like all these things. I'm like, what? Seriously? Like the one thing, like I'm willing to do anything, but I was like, I don't want to do this. But then what do, right? Like you want to take things up. So I'm like, okay, let's do it. Let's see what happens. I'll do it. I'll figure it out. And then I find myself going on Instagram and falling into the same trap as before. You realize like social media, if there's a devil, they have this thing like you have the angel here and the devil here, or vice versa. I don't know, whatever it is. Social media is the devil. Like if there's a devil, because devil is us. Think about it this way. If you want to do something and you do it the way that you want to do it, and then it's like, it feels like, okay, that's cool, whatever, I did what I wanted to do. But then if you go into social media and you're like, I'm going onto Instagram to check something for like a minute, you're there for like 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. And I'm just like, dude, that's like not what I want to do. It's like, then it's not good. It's like, it's a very crappy way of explaining it, I feel. But
No, it's perfect actually. Like the very fact that you're confused, I like that. Like because even I go, I'll just answer to this person and then I'll come out of it. In the end, I
yeah,
will be looking something else, like watching videos. And I actually have seen this. I do not do the thing that I wanted to do. I'm like, what happened?
yeah, this happens, right?
Yeah.
It's like, I went on for some work
Yeah.
and I didn't do that. So, I mean, I'm not struggling with that as much anymore because I found a way around that consciously. So there's two ways you can do it. One is external triggers, another is internal triggers. This is the way that I see it. External triggers. Okay, I'm gonna have an app that blocks Instagram, for example. Unblocks it for 10 minutes and an hour, or like once a day for like 10 minutes, whatever, however there's different ways you can go about it, but this is one thing. These kinds of external triggers, or a timer that tells me how long I've been on Instagram. Internal triggers. What does this mean? See, the reason internal I feel is like really powerful and needed is because it brings a certain level of consciousness into everything that we do. So okay, so this is one thing I started doing recently, last 4 or 5 days, I think. I've been doing it consistently. I'd like to continue doing it, but today I'm committed. We'll see tomorrow. But like this, not I'm committed for 10 years. No, not like that. You don't know what will come up. It's not like that. So basically, I'll be like, okay, what do I do from 5 to 6? I don't do like in the morning 5 because I have a guaranteed schedule until like 8 a.m. or 10 a.m. in the morning because I have to like this thing. The practice is timing. But after that, okay, I'm gonna go do my this task, this task, this task. I have it scheduled. So I write it down like, okay, between 1 to 2, I did this, and I spent approximately this much time. So I did that for the last few days, and this has been immensely powerful. Because one thing is that showed me how much I'm using Instagram, but I wrote it down, which is very impactful. Not just like, okay, I have an app that tracks Instagram usage. That's also cool, but like when you write it down, it's like it's almost like this like guilty feeling. It's like, you're like consciously writing it. I browsed Instagram for 20 minutes in between these tasks that I was doing because of no reason. Like this kind of thing. So this is like, and then bringing about that consciousness, doing something about it, which for me is like, actually it became natural. It became really easy. It's become very easy to not use it as much. Anyways, I wasn't using it that much. But like I said, if I go on to do something, okay, I need to like quickly research this hashtag or whatever. And then boom. Why am I looking at something totally random, unrelated? Where did this come from? But this is, you have to understand, this is the way these things are designed. They're designed to hook us. This is the way that this whole system is designed. So in fact, it's the opposite of what we're doing here. The reason I don't regularly drink coffee and intake other stimulants, not that I don't, but I don't regularly do it, in the sense that I don't make a habit out of it. When I say habit, essentially when we say habit, we're referring to unconscious patterns of behavior that are repeated. I had this conversation with someone and he told me, this is over a year, maybe 2 years ago, a year and a half ago. And he said, I told him, maybe it might be a good idea to just like, become conscious in a way that we don't have any habits. And he said, oh, he didn't get it. But this is actually very important, I feel, because any habit is a bad habit, because that means we've automated ourselves. Am I a lab rat or am I a human being? Like, and that's what social media takes advantage of. It takes advantage of this kind of a behavior. And I feel it lengthens the time of that distracted behavior and lengthens the time of that habit that we don't want. We say there's good habits and bad habits. Good habit is just there because you feel you've labeled something a good habit because you feel that it's convenient. I'm the same way. It's the exact same thing for me. But I recognize I don't actually want this, but for now I consider this good habit. But as I work upon myself, I want to remove it, bring consciousness into everything. Right now I'm in a certain way where every single step I take is with so much awareness that I feel everything as much as possible. The way I walk today is completely different than the way I used to walk 2 months ago before I started this program. And if I can bring this level of awareness and deepen this awareness and this attention with my body and my mind, then I will know these things. It's not just social media, it's other things that we allow ourselves to get trapped into. Social media is actually, I feel, a very powerful training ground. If I look at it this way, it's kind of a very powerful training ground to maintain discipline. Discipline is not about like maintaining schedule and all that. That is a result of discipline. Discipline, I feel, is something inner, like you've decided something, you maintain a certain inner focus towards it, and then it'll naturally happen the way it's supposed to happen. As people talk, how do I maintain this kind of a schedule in sadhana pada? Dude, it like doesn't take anything. It's very easy because I've decided, I've committed, and I just do it because internally I have pushed this like button of like go, So that's what makes it easy. So same thing with social media. We can like train ourselves around that. It's very simple. I feel that it's not like some rocket science or anything. Actually, rocket science isn't really that hard. It's an old analogy. It's not quantum physics. Maybe quantum physics is maybe a good example. So yeah, dude, like this is all it is, man. Internal triggers. You pay attention. You see what's happening. You pay attention every single moment and be like, what am I doing? And this exercise where I write down like what I'm doing every day and I break it down time-wise to see like, okay, how did I spend it? At first I was doing it like while I was doing it, like, okay, I just spent 20 minutes doing this, like that. And then I started doing it at night. But I might start doing it during the day as I do this. And I do other kinds of reflections as well. And these reflections are very powerful. It's a very powerful tool to see what's happening and bring awareness into your actions, into your mind. I wouldn't say your body, but yeah, your body too, because then I see how what I eat affects my system, and that's very important. Yeah. Anything else regarding this?
I think good. Like I think in a lot of activities regarding social media, right? In the ashram, like YouTube,
Yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah, people are. Yeah, I'll give one thing. Like people are like, Jules, like, what do you do there? You understand, this is an international organization, a nonprofit with 9 million volunteers around the world I think there's 230 centers globally.
Great.
Okay, the two major centers, one in India and one in US. I think there's more than one in India. There's like one, there's like 2, 3. There's like Delhi and all these places. But you have to understand an organization like this functions with many different activities. So the fact that these people are here working on their inner well-being at the same time, able to conduct these particular activities, you have to like learn to like maintain your balance and all these things in a certain way. This is a very, very powerful training ground, I would say, to be able to do any kind of activity and still maintain yourself. In the previous episode of life of like, what are we calling it? I'm calling it your self transformation, whatever you're calling it, life inside the Abhishek's life inside the episode 3, we discussed this, so you guys can check that out a little more in detail. But yeah,
That's awesome. So before that, everyone, Kaveri Calling campaign, I have a fundraising link. So please donate a tree. The link is there in the description.
yeah, this guy wants to donate 10,000 trees. It's 70 cents a tree. Like, I'm game. Let's do it.
Awesome. Okay, Anna. So have fun today.
Thanks, man.
And take care. Yep.
Take
Bye.
care. Bye.